All right, so we're still going to solve this one by substitution. So again, the first thing I'm going to do is label my equations just to make my work a little bit easier to follow. So 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to pick a variable to solve for. So as I'm looking through this, z in that third equation is going to be the easiest one to get alone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the z over, and then I'm going to add 17. So that means that we would have a positive z. So again, we're going to move this one over, and then I'm just flipping it around. So we would still have negative 5x plus 3y, because we didn't move those. And we're going to add the 17 over, so it becomes positive. Okay. So again, this was from my third equation. So after we get one of the variables by itself, we now take that and substitute it into the two other equations. So I'm just going to start with the top equation. So we're replacing z with our expression. So we would have 2x plus 4y minus 5 times the quantity of negative 5x plus 3y plus 17 equals 18. And then after we substitute, we want to simplify. So we're going to distribute. So 2x plus 4y. And then negative 5 times negative 5x is positive 25x. Negative 5 times 3y is negative 15y. And negative 5 times 17 is going to be a negative 85, equal to 18. So now we're going to combine like terms. So 2x and 25x will be 27x. 4y minus 15y will be negative 11y. And we're going to add the 85 over at the same time. So 18 plus 85 is 103. So now we're going to take our, again, the one that we solved, substitute it into the second equation for z, and then we're going to simplify. So again, we're going to replace z in the second equation this time. So negative 3x plus 5y plus 2 times the quantity of negative 5x plus 3y plus 17 equals negative 27. So now we're just simplifying, so distribute first. So 2 times negative 5 is negative 10x, 2 times 3y is 6y, and 2 times 17 is 34. Still equal to negative 27. And then after we distribute, we are combining like terms. So negative 3x and negative 10x will be negative 13x. 5y plus 6y is 11y. And then we're going to subtract our 34 over at the same time. So negative 27 minus 34 is negative 61. So now we take our two new equations, and we're going to make a new system, and then we're solving that system. Okay. So now we're going to solve 27x minus 11y equals 103. And negative 13x plus 11y equals negative 61. So again, when we start solving this one, we're going to use whatever method is the easiest. So looking at it, I'm going to use elimination because I can add these equations together as is and cancel out the y values. So if we add them as is, 27 plus a negative 13 is going to be a positive 14x. Our y's cancel, and then 103 minus 61 is going to be 42, and then we would divide that by 14. So let's see here, so 42 divided by 14 is going to be 3, so x equals 3. So now that we found our first variable, we're going to substitute that back into this system to find our next one. So I'm going to use the bottom equation. And again, it doesn't matter which one you use as long as you are replacing x. So we would have negative 13 times 3 plus 11y equals negative 61. So negative 13 times 3 is negative 39. And then looking at that, we're going to need to add the 39 over. So add 39. So 11y equals negative 22. And then we divide by 11. So y will equal negative 2. And then once we have two of our variables, then we go back to one of the originals, so one of our 1, 2, or 3 equations, or the one that we solved. So I'm going to use the one that we solved since we're trying to find z, because that's our last variable. So I'm going to take 3 and replace x, and then we're going to take negative 2 and replace y. Okay, so z equals negative 5 times 3 plus 3 times negative 2 plus 17. So we will have negative 15 minus 6 plus 17. And again, we are just combining now. So negative 15 minus 6 will give us negative 21. And then negative 21 plus 17 will be 4. Negative 4, sorry. So now we're going to use our z, our x, and our y to write our final answer as an ordered triple. And again, it's always alphabetical. So x is 3, y is a negative 2, and z is negative 4. So this is our final answer. So again, that's the point where all three of those planes, so these three equations, are going to intersect.